Hey up everyone, hope you're all doing well. The welterweight division might genuinely be the most stacked weight division in the entirety of the UFC. And honestly, I can't believe that I'm saying that, considering the bantamweight and lightweight division has always kind of been the go-to when it comes to the most stacked division in the UFC. But no, welterweight is absolutely fucking on fire this year. And the best thing is, a lot of these welterweights are currently in their prime. We have a lot of current welterweights in their prime right now. But just before I show the fighters that make this arguably the best weight division in the entirety of the UFC, guys, if you enjoy UFC content like this and love to keep up to date with UFC news, make sure to drop a sub. I'm trying to hit 1k subs by the end of the year, but without further ado, let's carry on with the video. So here we have it, the top 15 of the welterweight division, and what a fucking joy it is to have a little gander at that. I mean, the newly crowned champion JDM is only 28 years old. 28 years old, and not only that, he's very entertaining to watch, boxing heavy, hasn't lost since his first 2 fights in MMA, I believe, 17 or 18-2 record he may have now. Just put on an absolute clinic against Belal Muhammad. In number 1 we have got Belal Muhammad, not my cup of tea, but regardless, number 1 does add a bit extra to the already stacked welterweight division, and even though I'm not a fan of him, let's be honest, he is really good. After that, we've got Sean Brady. Sean Brady, I feel like not many people care about him, but you can't deny that he isn't a good fighter. I mean, we saw what he did to my boy Leon, absolutely fucking bummed him, bummed Calvin Gastelum, and had a very entertaining, fast-paced fight over 5 rounds against Gilbert Burns. That was a very fun fight to watch if you did watch it. Number 3, we got Shavkat. Shavkat, who's 30, undefeated, and I think all but one of his fights have been a finish. All but one. That is absolutely fucking mental. Constantly in your face, constantly trying to wear you down. People love watching Shavkat. I feel like he has lost a bit of aura, but still nonetheless a crazy person to have in the top 5. After this, at 4th, we have Leon Edwards. Now, he does take away a bit, as much as I do love him. Let's be honest, he's lost his last 2 in a row, and he's got absolutely bummed in both of them. So, you know, it's hard to get excited for Leon Edwards. He hasn't got a fan favorite style, so to speak. But you know what? Still quality on his day. But has he got any more quality days left in him? Who knows? After this, Kamaru Usman, he's matched up against Joaquin Buckley, so we get to answer whether Kamaru Usman still got it within him as well. We've got Ian Gary at number 6, and I know you guys don't like him. I always think people will be a bit harsh on him, and then he comes out of more shit. I'm like, you know what, fuck you, I'm done trying to defend this guy. Even though I'm not exactly much of a fan of his, I always felt quite sorry for him, but nah, I'm done even trying to defend him. He is a bit of a knob, but he's a bit of a knob, but he does the job because he still wins. I know he lost to Shavkat, but he did have moments in the fight, I suppose. I mean, he had one moment where he had his back. He beat Carlos Prates with relative ease. He is a good fighter, and I actually do think he will be champion in the future. He's not even 30 yet, he's still in his 20s. Got plenty of time. Shavkat's 30. Sean Brady's like 31 or 32. These guys are literally in their fucking prime. After Ian Gary, you got Joaquin Buckley, who's like 31 as well. Takes on Kamaru Usman. That's an interesting fight. A big barn burner. And not only that, it's a big step up in competition for Joaquin Buckley, who's been making a name for himself. And there's a good hype man for the division. You know, you need someone who can talk shit. Ian Gary talks a bit of shit, but the shit that he talks is quite fucking delusional. Whereas Joaquin Buckley, to be fair to him, he does keep it relatively quite, you know, to the truth. He's quite real with the fans, you know. He's not just spouting out any random bollocks, and he is quite funny. After this, we have Gilbert Burns, who's coming off a loss to Marco Morales, and he has lost his last 4 fights, which is fucking mental, and it is a shame to see. But regardless, we all love a bit of Gilbert Burns, don't we? I think. I hope. Next up, Colby Covington. I haven't got much to say about him. Fucking washed. Burns is washed as well. I was being nice to Burns. So, Jeff Neal, a good gatekeeper. I think he's a good gatekeeper. I don't see him getting far. I don't ever see him cracking in the top 5. At one point, I did consider him our dark horse. But at this stage, not exactly. I think he's a decent gatekeeper. He might take over Neil Magny's job, but just have a bit more threat to him, more finishing potential. After this, we have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's washed, guys. Come on. He's washed, but hopefully he gets a nice matchup against, I don't know, like MVP, who's ranked 15th. We've also got Michael Morales at 12th, who just looked amazing against Gilbert Burns. When they update the rankings, he should be past Gilbert Burns, obviously, but 25 years old, 17-0 or 18-0 now. Very, very good prospect again. We haven't seen anyone make light work of Gilbert Burns like that in the welterweight division. Just like absolutely took the piss out of him. And then the rest, we still got Carlos Pratas out there. Yes, he lost to Ian Gary, but he can get, with a few more wins, the momentum will come going again. You know, fighting nerds, all that shit. Good stuff. Vicente Luque is making a bit of a comeback as well. Just finished fucking... Oh, I forgot his bastard name. I forgot his name. I'm going to try to remember his name. I can't remember his name. Shit. Yeah, but regardless, he's making a bit of a comeback. Femba Garimbo, there we go. Knocked out Femba Garimbo within like a minute. Lovely stuff. And then we got MVP, who is on the older side, 38, 39 years old, but he is a UFC newcomer still. Been with us for like, what, a year now or something. And he looks great against Shara Bullet, and on the feet, he looks great against anyone. Arguably one of the best strikers we have. However, his grappling, not so much. And guys, who's not on this list and will soon be a part of this list? Islam Makhachev, the current lightweight champion. He's soon to vacate it, but that just adds even more talent to the welterweight division. And I can't wait to see Islam versus JDM, which will happen. Islam versus Shavkat. Can you imagine that? Islam versus Shavkat. That is something I've been thinking about for a very long time, and now it could potentially happen. Even Islam versus like Joaquin Buckley or Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman has came out and said, you know what? I don't mind fighting Islam Makhachev. If Kamaru Usman looks great against Buckley, maybe gets a #1 contender fight and gets a title shot if Islam Makhachev's able to take the crown off of JDM. Fucking hell, what a fight we've got right there. So the welterweight division right now is matchmaking heaven. You can make so many fights right now, so many interesting fights, and they all make so much sense. And I honestly enjoy this so much because welterweight really, it's kind of been a bit stinky for a while now, to be completely honest. I've got these rankings from 2022, so 3 years ago, March the 7th, 2022. And if you have a look at the rankings, we've got as a champion Kamaru Usman. Okay, cool. And this is when he was about to start lapping everyone. I think he already had a win over Gilbert Burns, had 2 wins over Colby Covington, had a win over Vicente Luque, over Leon Edwards, over Jorge Masvidal, you know. So he was trying to lap the welterweight division, and that obviously isn't the case. That wasn't how it panned out. But it's just interesting to look at how the welterweight division looked back then. You know, number 15 Shavkat, who's now broken through. Ponza fucking Nebio, who just got finished by Dan Rodriguez, D-Rod. Li Jingliang was 13th, fucking somehow. Jeff Neal floating about to where he is at the moment. Hamza, and then obviously had to move up to middleweight. Michael fucking Chiesa, who fights once every fucking bastard 5 years. Sean Brady's now broke through. Neil Magny was 8th. Classic gatekeeper Neil Magny. I like Neil Magny, but 8th. Fucking hell, fire. 7th was Wonderboy when he still had a bit of pop, I suppose. Masvidal, who's now retired. Bilal, who just became champion, all fairness, and just lost it. Vicente Luque, although he's making a bit of a comeback, did go on a fucking downward spiral for a bit between 2022 and now on. Leon Edwards held about for a couple of defenses. That's about it. Gilbert Burns on a 4-fight losing streak. Colby washed, and Kamaru Usman 0-3. That's all happened within 3 years. We've gone from this weight division, what was, you know, just kind of stale, not really exciting, to now 2025, where we don't know who's gonna fight who, and potentially all these styles clash with each other, just make very interesting fights. I just can't wait to see how this welterweight division unfolds, given all the talent and quality we've got within that division at the moment. But guys, let me know in the comments, do you think that the welterweight division is the most stacked division in the entirety of the UFC, like me? Which fights are you looking forward to the most? Which fights would you like to match make? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.